Hi, you're welcome to Success Tips channel. In this video today, I am going to be teaching you how to partition your life in order to be able to achieve your goals and objectives in life. Okay, so now if you look at the meaning of the word partition, if you look at the English meaning, it means dividing things into parts. Okay, something that is whole and then being separated into parts. Okay, now that is exactly what we are going to be looking at. Okay, so that may not literally mean you dividing yourself into pieces, but I will be showing you 3 different steps that you are going to be following in order to be able to partition your life in order to achieve, to maximize your goals in life. Before we proceed to those 3 points, I will want to break this topic down so that you will understand what the topic is all about, and then you will know what the topic is planning to achieve. Okay, so now, have you come across a situation where a person is a student and then he has a dream of becoming a musician, and maybe he's not studying music, maybe let's say he's studying chemistry in the university, and then he plans becoming a musician. Okay, now he will be faced with a situation that looks like this. Okay, so now I have 8 to 5 classes Monday to Fridays, and even having fixed lectures on Saturdays, and then at the end of the day I don't have time for my music, so I cannot be able to focus on my studies and my music at the same time. I will either leave one and then focus on the other. So if I want to pursue my music career, then I will just have to drop out of school so that I can be able to pursue my music career. Or if I feel the school is important for me, then I just have to leave that music career aside and then focus on my studies. Let me give you another scenario so that you will get to understand what this topic is all about and then what it is trying to achieve. Now, have you come across a situation whereby a person is working, okay, is having a job, a 9-to-5 job, and then at the same time he's thinking of becoming a content creator, for instance, maybe a comedian, and then he's now thinking, oh my goodness, this is something that I need to be doing. I need this job to be able to put food on my table, and then at the same time I cannot be able to join this job together with this content creation that I am planning to do. Okay, so I think I will just have to focus on my job, and then maybe I have enough money, and then I will just have to quit my job so I can be able to focus on my content creation. And then that is how such person will just be focusing on just the job. 85 you go, I don't have anything that I can be able to do, I'm just engaged with my own work, so I don't have time for any other thing. Or have you come across a situation whereby someone maybe is a mechanic, and then he's working as a mechanic, but his own dream is to become, let's say, an academician, for instance, and then he feels he cannot be able to leave this mechanic work and then go to school, for instance, because he feels if he leave this mechanic work, then he cannot be able to cater for his own basic needs, and then he just have to forget about his schooling and then just focus on his own mechanic work. So I believe by now you understand what this partitioning yourself is all about, and I believe by now you understand what this topic is planning to achieve. So this topic is about to explain to you, is about to break down this knowledge where you can be able to partition yourself in such a way that you can be able to achieve both the 2 things in such a technical way without you suffering the other at the expense of the other. Now, this brings us to 3 main points that I've said I'm going to be breaking down so that you will be able to partition yourself in order to achieve your overall dream in life. The first thing you need to understand when you think of partitioning your life in order to be able to achieve your overall career, to achieve your goal in life, is to categorize the things that you're thinking in your mind. What I mean by categorize is that you are going to group them into 2 categories, okay? Because in everything that you have in your mind, in everything that you want to be doing in life, they are only categorized into 2 different categories: a necessity and then a dream. A necessity is something that you need to do in order to survive, okay? While a dream is something that you think of doing in your life, that you just want to end your life doing that, okay? So you feel that is something that you want to commit to your life, even if you move to your old age, then you will be very happy doing that, okay? So the first thing you need to do if you want to partition your life is to sit down and look at all the things that you have ahead of you, and then you categorize it into these 2 different categories. After you have categorized this thing, then you now move to the next step, which is going to be time mapping. Okay, so this is what I call time mapping. Okay, you allocating time to each of the things that you want to be doing. Okay, you giving a certain time frame which you want to be committing for each of these categories. Let me give you a practical life scenario. Okay, let's assume I have a 9-to-5 job, then at the same time I want to be an author, for instance. The first thing I want to be doing is to sit down and say, okay, now my job have already taken that 9-to-5 from me Monday to Fridays. Okay, so the remaining time that I have, I want to be committing 7 to 11 out of it, in the evening times, to my studies, for me to be able to work on my book, to work on myself, study materials that can be able to equip me to be a better author. From 7 o'clock to 11 p.m., I don't have anything job on my mind, so I'm only focusing on my books, studies, and then building myself in order to become an author. While in the afternoon, I don't have anything personal development in my mind. I don't have anything, that have to do with writing my book or authoring my book, but rather I'm focusing on my job. Okay, so can you see how I was able to achieve my time mapping in order to be able to work on my necessity and at the same time work on my own dreams? Okay, so that is the second point you need to be doing. And then the third point, which is going to be the last, okay, on these points that you need to be paying attention to when it comes to partitioning your life, is personal discipline. Okay, I made a video some time back about personal discipline. Okay, so I'm going to be dropping a link in the description of this video so that you can be able to learn on how to discipline yourself in order to be able to obey those 2 points that you were able to work on. After you categorize the things that are ahead of you into your necessity and your dreams, then you now move to your time mapping. Okay, mapping out the time that you will be allocating for your necessities and then the time you will be allocating for your dreams. Okay, then the third most important thing that you don't want to miss when it comes to partitioning your life is obedience to those things, those agreements that you had with yourself. Okay, so disciplining yourself to be able to obey those timing, disciplining yourself to be able to work on those dreams and those necessities is one very important thing. Okay, because you can't just afford to joke with either your necessity or your dreams, because they all mean a lot to you. You need your necessity in order to be able to survive. Okay, and at the same time you need your dream in order to be able to make out a meaning of your own life. Okay, so now disciplining yourself to be able to obey those time mapping that you have made for the category of your necessities and your dreams is very, very, very important. So I'm going to be dropping a link in the description of this video that will help you in order to discipline yourself, in order to be able to work on yourself, in order to partition yourself, in order to achieve your overall dream in life. So I believe this video will be able to help you in order to partition your life. I believe this video will be able to help you not to be given an excuse as to why you cannot be able to achieve your dreams in life. Okay, in as much as you cannot be able to leave your job, especially at the early stage of your life, that doesn't mean that you cannot be able to start working on your dreams. Okay, because your necessity are things that you are working on them in order to be able to survive for a given period of time, because a time may come when you will no longer need to work on your necessities, but all your attention will be shifted to your dreams, and then you will be living your dreams. Okay, because your dream at some point in time can be able to provide you with all the things that you need in order to survive, while you're only working 100% on your dreams. But before then, you just have to be working on your necessities, and your necessities at the same time should not be a reason why you shouldn't be pursuing your dreams. Okay, so I believe this is self-explanatory, and I believe this will provide guide for you to be able to work on your dreams. So if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I would want you to hit on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so that when the next video comes up, you will be notified. And then if you are a returning viewer, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and thank you for sticking to Success Tips channel. Okay, so see you guys in another video. Bye.